We are keeping ourselves neat and clean. We are trying to stay away from terrible diseases like tuberculosis, HIV AIDS, cancer, and coronavirus or COVID-19. We are trying every single possible things to escape, and we are using soap, sanitizer, mask, and keeping social distance, and also avoiding meat in a diet. After all the protections, still we are dying. We are too desperate and afraid to die. We are hoping to someone who saves us and our loving ones. Because of terrible diseases, we are losing them. We are carefully following every rule and regulation and trying our best to keep our hands and face clean and healthy. But what about the heart? Is there any relation between clean mind and clean hands? James Allen, the author of The Secret of Health, Success and Power, he describes in his book that sickness, failure and disease comes in our mind first. If we want to be healthy and success, then we must keep our mind away from evil thoughts such as anger, guilt, worry, greed, jealousy, and inharmonious states of mind. We seldom think about cleanliness of our hearts. When our sins cause our hearts to suffer with guilt, then we start to doing such good deeds like distributing food to the poor, giving offerings in a church, temple, mosque, and gurudwara, or some even go on a pilgrimage to a holy place. Even after doing all these good works, we still feel guilty inside. And we know that something is still not right or clean, and our desire for a clean heart still troubles us. Sometimes we even get tired of doing good works. Some in their quest for a clean heart, trying everything possible and finally give up by committing suicide. A story is told of a man who killed his friend in a castle by giving him a cup of tea mixed with poison. When his friend died, then the murderer took the fastest horse and ran away from the castle into the forest. All night long, he rode the horse to put as much distance as possible between himself and the scene of his crime. But just as the dawn was breaking, he was exhausted and the horse was foaming, and he was horrified to see that he was just right in front of castle. He thought he was fleeing from his crime. But he had ridden round and round, and he had ridden around returning to it. So my friends, there is one question: how we are trying to get away from our guilt and sin? We cannot get away from our crimes and sin unless God takes it from us. We cannot walk, run, or fly fast enough to escape from sin unless it is forgiven and covered with the blood of Christ. We can never outrace it, but we can confess and receive forgiveness from God, because everyone has to give accountability of their deeds in front of God. If we ask to God, God will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. He will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And He will put His Spirit in you and move you to follow His decrees and be careful to keep His laws.